what's happened in the last video.
Does your thumb taste good? Good.
And here is more MrDudeManSir.
So I found new text. I was trying to tab through it, which tab is supposed to like speed through it, and I was very mesmerized by the fact that it wasn't skipping through it. But then I realized that maybe, just maybe, this is new text. Because this route doing things in new text. And it was! It was most definitely new text. It took me a long time to figure it out. But yeah. It's gonna be good. We ran. Ran with the last of our strength. Like those who run for their precious lives. Like a doomed person knowing that there is no hope to save his life, will still fight the inevitable and his own fate. I barely managed to close a heavy metal door behind me. I have no idea how deep this bomb shelter is, or if it's able to withstand a nuclear blast, but we have no other place to hide. She gripped my hand tight. This is the new thing, I believe. This is the new part. This is probably Slavya or someone gripping my hand super tight. Don't be afraid. Bits of ceiling were falling and the walls were shaking. I was prepared for the worst. But death is the kind of thing that you can't ever be prepared for. But suddenly, complete silence fell. It rang even louder than the explosions. Maybe it's time to say goodbye. She was whimpering. I wanted to comfort her somehow, but realized that there was nothing I could do. Yes. You know Oh my, okay, explosions. A horrible bang will split my eardrums in real life and in that game. It seems that I'm under a piece of collapsed ceiling, but I don't feel any pain. All I want is to not let her go. That was really worth the read. You see, that's when new text pops up and you can't tab through it. You don't just assume that it was something you read because that's what I did. You don't do that because it's new and stuff. I woke up in a cold sweat, short of breath and gasping for air. It took me some time to come to my senses. It was a dream. Just a dream. My questioning mind, however, refused to believe it. But who was that girl with me there? I didn't want to let go of her hand so desperately. Sadly, I couldn't recall her at all. The clocks were showing few minutes past 10. I slowly came to my senses as reality started to stake out its claim on my mind, and my stomach foully growled. Alright, war is war, but lunch should be served in due time! That's my kind of man. He's just like me. I never skip a meal. It turned out that Olga Dmitrievna wasn't here. She must have decided not to wake me up. Well, thanks go out, and I can't believe it for this. After yesterday's adventures, I had to have a rest. Last night was remained a blurry memory, which I really didn't want to think about. It's now more important to find something and eat it. And wash myself, too. Exactly. Because a pioneer must always be clean and tidy and great. Though I would agree with this principle even if I wasn't a pioneer. And as a matter of fact, I am not. I'm like a 30-year-old person who sits at my PC all day. On my way to the washstands, I met Electronic. Hey! He started to wave his hands and ran up to me. Good morning. Hey, how are you? Thanks for finding Shirk. Without him, he doesn't even. It's nothing. I was a bit embarrassed. No, really, don't be shy. Don't you even try. The country must be proud of its heroes. And what about Shirk? How did he look this morning? Is he alright? After yesterday's craziness, I thought such a question was completely valid. Yeah, like, oh yeah, righteous, man. The only thing is that he can't remember anything. Can't he? I wasn't surprised at all. He says that he went into an abandoned camp yesterday, then woke up in his bed in the morning. I mean, he remembers nothing between those two events. I see. Alrighty then. You missed breakfast, right? Come to our club. They will take any excuse whatsoever for me to go to their club. They will feed me, and they have something special. Electronic smiled in a conspiratorial way. Thanks. I'll come, probably, maybe. I don't know. I had to wash myself first anyway. We'll be waiting. And he like fades off. He like says, "I'll be waiting," as he like fades off into the distance. That'd be amazing. He waved at me and left me to carry my own business. There was is this new? It's still new. Okay. Okay. There was nobody near the washstand. The water turned out surprisingly warm today. It's been warmed up already, I guess. Having my face washed, I realized it wouldn't be easy to wash the rest of my body here. Because it's just a sink. You probably need bathtub for the rest of your body. Maybe I should go to the... Yeah, that's what they're used for. But since there's nobody here, is he just gonna get like... is he gonna like strip and lay like across the sink and just... I want to see that. I turned the tap in such a way that the water streamed parallel to the ground and started to... he's gonna do it! And what if someone sees me? They will think you're crazy. Well, I'll rinse and dry myself quickly and put on my clothes. The water, which seemed warm on my hands and face, felt bone-chillingly cold in my body. The whole washing process took longer than 10 seconds. Oh, wow. You are a fast washer. And I started to wipe myself quickly afterwards. Watch Slavya been here, like, watching me the entire time. That's how our relationship works, apparently. I stalk her, she stalks me. It's basically how it works. But I didn't manage to finish yet, anyway. There were voices coming in the direction of the footpath! Exclamation point. The only solution came to me in a split second. I grabbed my clothes and dashed into the bushes. Hey, oh, okay. This is not new. But it says it's new, but it's I know what's gonna happen. I feel it. I already know. I guess I have to try. Listening to Yana appeared and maybe gonna strip. You could, don't myself. Why bring me here? Is it a big deal for you? Fine. Let me. I peered at them and noticed that they were both covered. Oh, okay. This never happened before. Red paint is new. What a surprise. I wonder how they managed that. Well, let's open the valve and start the run. Okay, yep, this is not new. Take off your bra. What if someone sees us? Why is there any... I remember that. It's terrible. I believe this cannot be new at all. I don't believe it is. They're narrowly looking, they're washing off the paint, they're done. Thanks, you're welcome. Listen, okay, they're trying on bras, I think. Enough nonsense. As you can tell by the scenery and this calming music and this choice in front of me, I am near the route selection time thing. I just need to do nothing and stay seated, and I need to go look for Slavya or some crap. And then we'll do it. We're gonna be there. She's gonna like talk to me and stuff. I've read this all before, but I can't tab through it because some sort of translation patch was made and just screwed up my tabbing ability. Like, tab, and it's like a sad face every time I try doing it. It's so annoying. Hey, how are you? I don't want to talk to you though. I just want to get right over to the good old Slavya, which should be after your glasses stop being super white and run away from me. Because I need... There you go. It's gonna happen now. Like, next choice. Enter. It's gonna happen now. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna... there we go. This is what I need to do. Try to find Slavya. Is that it? Yes. It is. I am really interested in where Slavya has gone. Though I also want to leave this place as fast as possible. And if not, to finally lie down to sleep. Sleeping, at the very least to spend time alone, away from all these pioneers and Olga Dmitrievna, who just couldn't wait to occupy me with something again. I picked a good moment and fled into the forest. But he fled. It's not trying to find Slavya, he's just running away from his life. Night had fallen onto the camp, instantly after running away. An absolutely normal and remarkable night. One of those nights where the dark sky, stars, a crescent moon don't trigger any special emotions. When the crickets chirping and the singing of the night birds seem more like an everyday routine than a nocturnal chorus. I wandered about the forest with no special purpose, trying not to get too far from the camp. After all, there was a chance to meet Ilyana out there. That natural disaster would probably be even worse than the camp leader. I sat down on a fallen tree and started thinking. Why is all this happening to me? Why do I keep getting myself in the full situations every time and everywhere? Even having this suddenly appeared in a weird pioneer camp in the middle of nowhere, I don't become a subject in an experiment, a victim of a sick cosmic mind, or a participant in an intergalactic war on the side of a group of suicide-prone pacifists. That was oddly specific for no reason, like a regular hero of science fiction. No, I get to hide in the night forest and from a raving camp leader and a workhorse pioneers. The stars in the sky were shining brightly. Perhaps they give their light not only to me in this camp, but also shine the city where I was born and where my old home is. It was as if pain settled in my chest. Oh, home. I envisioned my old flat clearly, and the detestable burning started making its way from my stomach to my throat. No, it was not wistfulness, more like a sad reminiscence. Because despite all that's happened, I've felt more alive in the last 5 days here than I had in the last several years before. Now I really wasn't sure if I wanted to get back. Only one question still ate me: how and why I ended up here. It flared up yet again in my mind. I haven't spent much time seeking answers, even just thinking about my situation lately. My thoughts were occupied with everyday routine affairs. And now, in order to break away and be able to wish to stay here for good, I need to understand the nature of this place. It's just that a nightingale or a gold in a golden cage has a right to know how and by whose will he got in there. And after that, to make the choice whether to stay or not. Probably I would have been lost in my existential thoughts for a long time, but I heard voices approaching, Olga Dmitrievna and the pioneers. It's time to run. Looks like they're proceeding with their hike. I need to camp and go fast. I have no desire to go back to the camp leader's cabin because I was surely scolded. I just waited for it much worse.